Good morning.
Good morning.
After a long wait, we are going on a road trip
560
for a week.
calories.
We're going up into the mountains. They call it the Appalachians or
Should
Appalachians.
I get a cinnamon bun or a blueberry muffin?
Get a cinnamon bun.
Well, a blueberry muffin's $4.70.
I don't care. It's vacation. So we're in a drive-through line at McDonald's.
I'll get both.
So we decided we're gonna do our intro video here while we're waiting to go through and place our order and get on the road. But we're gonna go through the mountains of North Carolina into East Tennessee, and then on up into Kentucky, and then over to West Virginia, and then back down through Virginia and back home here to North Carolina. So that's going to be our week. So stay tuned for our adventures. We'll have hotel reviews. We'll be visiting lots of sites, and we will capture as many of them by picture or by video. So come along. So our first stop as tourist is on the Brown Mountain Overlook on North Carolina 181, heading up the mountains.
We'll show the mountains.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So this is looking east. Got a little bit of cloud cover, the higher peaks. The Brown Mountain's not really too visible, but it's over in that general direction.
We wouldn't be at a view if it wasn't smoky or cloudy.
Yep. And then some people took upon themselves to put some graffiti on some of these rocks and some paint.
Heifers.
So, anyway, I don't know. It just kind of gives you something different look than just plain old rocks. And then across the road is kind of some more mountain peaks over there. A little bit higher range, which we're going to continue climbing. And Dennis found this North Carolina Geodetic Survey Horizontal Control GPS Repetition 1996, Raleigh, North Carolina. How about that? And he's done going off and leaving me. So that peak over there, you says Hawksbill? Yeah, Hawksbill. And I guess the flat one over there is that Table Rock.
Yeah, see the legs and the tabletop and the chairs.
Haha, these are funny. Okay, so we just had lunch at Captain D's in Elizabethton, Tennessee.
Elizabethton.
And it was actually really good.
Well, people will make fun. That ain't seafood. That's fried food.
Right.
And it is.
But I had grilled salmon, so it's not all fried.
He had green beans and broccoli and rice, and I had chicken and fish and crinkles and hush puppies and fries, but I didn't eat that much.
Yes.
And it was all fried. But I don't know why we can't have a Captain D's anywhere from Statesville, Mooresville, Cornelius, Davis, and Huntersville.
Yes.
Because it's good in a hurry, and I wouldn't eat here all the time. But
right. But it'd be nice to have that option in our local area. And there's some that are like down in Charlotte and some other towns in our region, but it's not close enough for us. Yeah.
And just I guess nobody believed us when we said we was going to sell a camper, but go ahead, laugh among yourselves. We kept it less than 2 months. We went on one camping trip, 2 months, 27 days, whatever it exactly is. We only kept it, went on one trip. It wasn't for us. We don't like roughing it. And everybody knows me better enough to know. So it's a great joke. Laugh. Tell everybody about ha 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 ha. Them people only kept it. They only tried it one time. Well, that's all it took, and
fortunately, we got our money back.
If Stacy Frill had still been alive, God rest his soul, he could have set me straight on that because he sold them and all that. But anyway, some people you can't tell nothing until they experience it themselves, and we did. And that book, that chapter or that page of our life has been turned.
Yes.
So
Dennis brought up a good point. The theme for where we eat on this week-long road trip is we're purposely going to not eat in any restaurant that we have in our local area. Yes. But it's a good idea.
No, it's a good idea, but most people would think that means local mom and pop restaurants.
And it will include some of that.
Okay. Well.
But if there are some chains that we like that we don't get to eat at very often, we will eat at some of those too.
Captain D's
was one of them.
Checked off.
Yes. Yes. So stay tuned for the next few days because we'll be sharing more. Until the next clip. Okay, so we are at the Andrew Johnson National Historic Site.
Yes, we are.
Sponsored by the National Park Service. And there's a lot of neat sites here, all dealing with our 17th president, Andrew Johnson. We've already visited the visitor center, seen a film, looked at the museum. Hair shop. We'll come back and get. We'll come back and get some video and pictures of it. But in about 15 minutes, we're going to have a tour of the homestead down the street on Main Street. So we're going to show that next.
And go ahead and laugh about these hats, but I'm not getting my head burned.
Yes, they feel great. So we just finished touring President Johnson's homestead, and we were the only, I'm going to point it out, we're in downtown Greeneville, Main Street, where the homestead is. We didn't get any video clips, but we did get some pictures posted on, or we'll have them posted on Facebook. So we're walking down Main Street getting ready to turn on Depot Street, but here's something that's not necessarily related to Johnson here in downtown Greeneville.
But the Donna's like.
Yes, across the street here is a classic looking movie house called Capitol. Nice marquee out front. So they're going to close down at 4, which is a little under half an hour from now. We haven't seen the Birthplace house yet, and going to get some pictures or video clips of the part we've already seen, so you have a little bit of an idea.
About 80 degrees, but the humidity's not bad.
Yeah, it actually don't feel too bad. There's a nice little breeze blowing. So here comes some more clips. All right, so here's a statue of Andrew Johnson. We're now back on the corner of College and Depot Street, and over here is, I believe, the birthplace of Andrew Johnson. And across the street from there is the visitor center. Inside that building is his original tailor shop that they've put inside to preserve it. And then that little section is the theater where we saw a film when we first got here. So let's go take a look inside the birthplace over here. Okay, so Dennis corrected me. This is not his birthplace. This is their first home after moving here to Greeneville, Tennessee. They're originally from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Born in Raleigh.
He was born in Raleigh, North Carolina. And he came to Tennessee when he was 17. So we're like in the first room. They've got some exhibits. And then we come into here to the second room. And there's a fireplace or hearth, whatever you want to call it. Just more exhibits, a timeline. Lots of photographs to commemorate his life.
This is not a bad house here.
Yes. Alright, and then the final room of the house. So kind of a small L-shaped house, similar to the homestead that we visited a while ago. Okay, so we're inside the visitor center, and this building inside is the original tailor shop.
The building around it was built in 1920.
Yes. So here, see if I can get another shot here inside.
The whole building inside.
Yeah, it's really neat that they built a building around another building to take care of it. So just a little peek inside some of the artifacts from his days as a tailor. Also inside the visitor center is a small museum, just kind of highlighting the main events of President Andrew Johnson's presidency and challenges following the Civil War and the Reconstruction era, excuse me. And he was the first president to be impeached by the House of Representatives, and the vote of the Senate was to not convict him because it required a 2/3 majority. And we've had a few presidents since then that have gone through the impeachment process, but none to this date have actually been convicted by Senate. We don't know what might have happened, would have happened to Nixon if he had not resigned ahead of time. All right, one more thing I want to say about national parks or historic sites or all the different types of sites. There's like over 400 of them. Get yourself a book like this, a passport book, because inside, as you visit places, you can get stamps to show when you visited them. It's really cool. It's a nice little collector thing.
Cool.
So we've done this for a few years, and we'll probably fill the pages up, have to get another one to continue at some point. But that's kind of what we're doing. Alright, so we've wrapped it up here at the Andrew Johnson National Historic Site. And now we're going to head to our hotel in Morristown, Tennessee. Alright, so what you're seeing here is where President Johnson and his family members have their burial plots. This is on what they call Signal Hill. It's also in the Andrew Johnson National Cemetery. So quite impressive how he's honored here in Greeneville, Tennessee for his life and legacy as our 17th president. Okay, we are now in Morristown, Tennessee, and we're going to eat dinner tonight at the Davy Crockett restaurant. And Dennis has grabbed him a rocking chair, and he's ready to eat, aren't you, Dennis? All right, let's see what we're going to eat tonight.
Let's see what this is.
All right. All right, so we're inside the Davy Crockett restaurant. We've got our food. Dennis has got him a chopped sirloin with gravy. He's got him some coleslaw, some pinto beans, and some mashed potatoes and gravy, and a roll. And I've got a lemon and pepper grilled chicken breast with okra, coleslaw, and corn in a roll. So we're going to enjoy our home-cooked meal, and then we're going to call it a day and head back to the hotel, and we'll do a separate video of our hotel review.